Hello, I'm Mike Hankey, and I'm going to be showing how to deploy Railo on Heroku. Heroku is a cloud application platform, and it is also called a PaaS, which is a platform as a service. And then Railo is a ColdFusion open source engine. And I'll provide all these links on my website. So what is Heroku, you might be wondering? So we mentioned it's a platform as a service, and it supports several languages like Ruby, Java, Python, Node, Clojure, Scala, Groovy. So it's built on virtual machines in EC2, and that's Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud, and that is a infrastructure as a service. So you can check my slides out and read some of this information here. So let's get started. So first what you'll do is you'll open up your command line, and we'll go to the GitHub repository where all this is out there. And so the first thing we'll do is you'll make a directory, and this will call Railo. So that already exists, so let's delete that. This is from my testing before. Okay, so now let's now you know we're totally starting from scratch. So there is no funny business going on here. So that is gone. And now what we'll do is we'll copy this command here. This command's going to do several things. It's going to go to Git and grab the zip of this project, and then unzip it, then delete the zip, copy over this stuff it unzipped into our Railo folder. So if you change your name of your starting application, you have to change that too, and then it removes what it extracted. So this is usually pretty fast. So that ran, and now what we'll do is we'll cd into our folder, and we'll run a maven command. And what we'll look for here is at the end it should say successful build. So while this is running, let's talk about billing for Heroku. So it's free up to 750 dyno hours per application, and so you can read about dyno hours, but basically they say you can use it runs free pretty much one dyno for the entire month. And that is true, because I've been running Heroku for a little while, and I didn't have to put my credit card in. And then scaling is really easy. So this one, they scale it down to 0, but you could go up to dynos. You could go 2, 4, 6, whatever dynos you wanted. So that's how easy it is to scale. So that ran the maven command, and it was successful. So then let's go to the next one. So what we actually have going on here is we have a local instance of ColdFusion. We can start up here, and you can go to localhost 8080, and this instance has CF Wheels, ColdFusion on Wheels, built into it, but you could actually delete that and start from whatever you wanted. If you wanted ColdBox or something else, you could use that instead of this. So that is our local instance going. So the next thing is, what we'll do is we'll grab this git ignore. We're still in our Railo folder, and this will help with some overhead so we don't have to copy everything into our Git repository. So if we do a git status, you'll notice we don't have a Git repository set up yet. So we'll do a git init, and that'll give us a Git repository. And then now you can see what we're going to be committing, and there's that .git ignore we added. So git add dot, that'll add all the files that aren't in the repository, and then git commit m's for message, and this is our first commit. And if you notice, we haven't did anything Heroku yet with Heroku yet. So this is where we start using Heroku. So we have commands Heroku help, you can see, and you might be wondering how I got this. This screencast assumes three things. You have a login for Heroku, you've downloaded the tool belt and installed the Heroku tool belt. We'll have links for that on my entry for this screencast, and that you've logged into Heroku through the tool belt. So now let's create our Heroku application. What this does is this allocates some space on Heroku's site for us. So if we do, you can see where the URL is here. So another Heroku command is Heroku open, which will open our application for us. And so you see this is just a regular basic application for Heroku. There's nothing fancy going on here. So now the next command, so we created it, we checked it out, and now we're actually going to deploy our code. This is what makes Heroku really cool, is the elegance of how you're able to deploy code. So it's just a get push, and if you noticed when we created our application here with Heroku, it added a Git repository, remote repository called Heroku here. And so we'll push our code up. So this would be any changes that we have and that are going to be deployed to Heroku. So there, it's deploying the code, and then after that there's a commit hook on Heroku's side that'll actually run other stuff going on, like Maven. It'll install stuff, run Maven, and all our dependencies will be downloaded and applied. So we can watch this for a little bit, and this will take a while. So now it's downloading the stuff to get Jetty up and going and Railo. So we'll let that go. And I'd like to mention a Heroku book that just came out. It's a professional Heroku programming. It's a really very good, well done. I've read through most of it. It's quality. So let's see if that's done. So that's still going. So let me open up another tab here, and we can run some Heroku commands. So Heroku has some built-in commands. One thing you'll want to know is logs, so you can see what's actually going on your Heroku server. So you can see what's going on here. So our slug starting, so that means that everything's just about done. Heroku PS is to see your processes. We don't have any processes going yet on Heroku. So that's still going. Another command for Heroku is destroy, or apps, and this will show you how many apps you have going. And then Heroku destroy will remove the apps for you. So let's pause this. Oh wait, it's still downloading. It's still downloading stuff. Looks like it might be wrapping up here. It's running the clean command. So my slides will be out on the website. This is a presentation I gave, and Railo, link for Railo. So I could pause the recording, but this will be done right when I pause it probably. So I've really enjoyed working with Heroku because it's really elegant how to deploy code. Some reasons you might want to use Heroku is you don't have to think about servers at all. You deploy your code using Git. You manage everything from the Heroku command line. And the big thing is your basic usage is free with the 750 dyno hours per application. So that is still going. Crazy. So you also get a free database, which is limited, but it's a Postgres. So it's been deployed now, and you can see it launched it, and we can take a look at it now. So Heroku open will open up our application, and we should see the Wheels congratulations page, and you can see we're actually on Heroku's site here. So let's take a look at our processes. So we ran this command and we didn't have any Heroku dynos going before, but we should have one web dyno running now. Started 20 seconds ago. So that's pretty much it. I just wanted to show how fast it was and easy it is to deploy a ColdFusion application using Railo to Heroku. So thanks, And I also did one over OpenBlueDragon, which is using a little different approach. It's using a build patch, so you could watch that screencast too. Thanks and peace out.